In this video, guys, I want to talk to you about the single most important video every single real estate agent, broker, etc. should have. If you're doing transactions in real estate, this is the single most important video that you should have for your business. And the good news is it's going to be recyclable and you're going to get a lot of use out of this one single video. And this video essentially is your visual voicemail. So if you've ever been introduced to a lead, gotten a referral, met someone at an open house, ran ads on Zillow or Facebook, anything like that, where you're trying to introduce to yourself to somebody either as a follow-up or as a first impression, this is where I'm going to recommend you guys have this silver bullet. And so instead of sending a plain text message via email or SMS or DM on social, right? Instead of sending that type of flat message ever again, we're going to have this one recyclable video message that's going to introduce you and put yourself on a pedestal that's above and beyond every single other realtor or broker, mortgage, etc., that has tried to contact them or tried to earn their business. And it's so simple that it's surprising that not more people do it. So I want to start, guys. This is the single most important video for your real estate business. And it's really just the visual voicemail. And here's how it works. Step number one is you need to articulate your value proposition, right? I remember when I was first licensed, that was literally the first training session we went into. They're like, so you got your license and what now? Why does someone want to do business with you versus their cousin, their mom, their whoever is a realtor, right? You have to have a really good reason as to why people need to work with you. And so if you don't already have that, in your soul and ingrained, and when someone says, well, why should I work with you? People don't actually ask that out loud, but they're thinking it. And that's the thing that you need to answer preemptively. So before we ever record something, I want you guys to have a really, really strong value proposition, whether that's articulating to your specific ICP, like, hey, I work with veterans or whatever it is. You guys need to come up with that, because if you're like, I do everything for everybody, that's an uninteresting value proposition, right? It doesn't elevate your message, your business, yourself above anyone else's offer. And so that's the first thing, is before you ever record or even type a marketing message, you really want to understand what differentiates you for your leads. Why are they going to hear your marketing, your messaging, and want to work with you? That's piece number one, understanding your really core value proposition. And the really good news is you guys don't have to ever say it again. You're going to record one video one time, and that's going to be pre-recorded and recycled for you, where you get to put your best foot forward to explain some of your best messaging without having to sit there and repeat yourself on a daily or multiple times a day or weekly basis. So step number one, get a really strong value proposition. Step number two is we need some lead assets, some things for free, some things to give them so that they're like, wow, this person is altruistic and they're providing value for me, to me, before I've ever given them anything in return. And so what this means is things like buyer's guides, seller's guides, home evaluation calculators, things like this, where again, what's your market? Who are you going after? Buyers, sellers, investors. You want an asset, a lead magnet that is going to attract them, build trust with them, and also potentially capture their information. So two things: your value proposition, a really clear, articulated why work with me, an introduction. And I'm going to show you that script and how to record it and everything in just a moment. So you have that value proposition, and then you have a freebie, a lead magnet for buyers or sellers or investors or recruiting or whatever you're trying to increase your network with, mortgage lenders or credit repair. You want that perfect lead magnet for the people that you're reaching out to. And this is all going to go a part of that same most important video for your business. So step number one, value prop. Step number two, the lead magnet for the audience that you want to reach out to. The lead magnet and the value proposition, guys, you want that specialized for who you're reaching out to. If you're reaching out to both buyers and sellers, that's a very different message for them, right? The sellers don't care if you're an amazing buyer's agent. The buyers don't care if you're an amazing listing agent, right? They want to know that you work amazing with buyers, and the sellers want to know you work amazingly with sellers. So this first concept is value proposition, specifically where you want to focus. What makes your business you, why the sellers or buyers or investors or mortgage lenders or whoever want to work with you specifically. The lead magnet, and Pamela, thank you for the question. The lead magnet is the same. And right now, I'm going to show you guys a quick exercise where you can create these types of lead magnets in seconds. It used to be hours, and you're paying marketing and you're in Canva and you're like building these things. And it's all one simple conversation now. So value proposition, you can use AI to as well, right? To help you articulate it, to help you write it, to help you draft and find your own words. So first part is the words. The next part, and Pam, thank you for that. I'm going to show you specifically how you can actually use any number of technologies to create this lead magnet. I'll start by showing our technology, right? Because it's already built in, it's available to everybody. So this is actually using the AI technology where I said, here, make me a lead magnet. And in this case, it's a report of my buyers and sellers. So all I did was I took a local real estate report like this. It's a very generic local real estate report for Sacramento. And so I took the report, and I wouldn't want to share this, right? This doesn't have my logo, my branding. This doesn't look like I made this report because I didn't. And so what I did is I took this report and then I went to our AI tool and I said, make this report into a personalized report. And then I took one of our clients' real estate websites and we took all of his branding and his Hilton Head, his location, everything. And now we made a perfect little guide for him. And you can see this is a beautiful market report that says exactly what's going on in, well, this is for Sacramento. It's a little, again, not a perfect example, but you can see that you can now generate these types of lead magnets with a conversation, one conversation, give it your website link, tell it what you want, and it can generate a lead magnet, buyer's guide, seller's guide, investor's guide, whatever you're after, can generate this beautiful type of report with information, whatever you're trying to share, instantly for you. So the value proposition you can help generate with AI, but ultimately it's coming from you, right? Who do you want to work with? What makes you you? And why, why they want to work with you. The second is this type of lead magnet can be specialized buyers, sellers, investors. The reason you guys want this is on that most important video you're ever going to record for your real estate business. It's going to look something very much like this. This is, hi, hey, it's Darius, and I'm going to tell you my value proposition right now. And I'm going to tell you what I'd like you to do is schedule a time and check out some reviews. And so your guys' video, most important one, is going to essentially be just like this. It's a warm introduction where maybe you're have your hair done, your makeup done, your nice shirt on, whatever that is, right? It's just a one-time thing. You don't have to be polished for every single video. One time here, I mean, we're wearing the same shirt. So one video, one just personal introduction. And guys, I want you to think about this video here where a lot of people, including myself, when we did our very first videos, very much in our head, like, what do I do with my hands? And what do I do with my, I don't know. And I want you guys to try to let go of all that, because in real estate, you're going to meet your clients in person. You're going to shake their hands more than 99.9% of the time. They're going to meet you in person. And so this, like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed, or face for radio, or some of the other clever things we've heard. We got to get over that, right? They're going to see us in person. And so this video is an opportunity for us to build that trust, introduce ourselves, and try to be authentic here. Don't try to do something polished like, hi, I'm a speaker and I'm speaking to you. Don't do that, right? Unless that's how you speak. If that's how you speak in person, then be yourself. Most of us speak how we normally speak. And that's my biggest piece of advice for every single video you record, guys, especially this one, because they're going to come meet you after this. They're going to be really impressed because no one sent them anything like this. And they're going to want to call you because their other realtors didn't send them this. They don't feel like the same trust. And so be yourself here. Don't do something that you're not. It should be super simple. The same way you'd leave a voicemail, the same way you'd meet somebody in an elevator and say, yeah, I work in real estate. Yeah, I've been working with buyers in the neighborhood for like 20 years or whatever that is, right? It'd come off very naturally and authentically. And so that's the most important thing for the actual video delivery itself. What you say in your value proposition, again, should be specific for the audience, but how you deliver it is just being yourself. Don't try to put an extra layer of personality or something on top of it, because that's hard to maintain and it's not authentic, and it takes you out of what you're trying to do. You're trying to like keep up this personality thing versus just deliver the message that you need. And again, they're going to meet you, and that face, that facade is going to go away, and eventually you're going to have to be yourself. So just be yourself right from the beginning. It makes these types of videos, and all videos, far, far easier to do. Now, one thing I will say, if you're using AI to write your script and to do your value proposition, you weren't so articulate in what you wanted to say, and AI wrote something really good for you, we do have a teleprompter, a number of the teleprompters, which I'll show right at the end here to actually drive this all home, to record the video. And the teleprompter is the only thing that I would say it can be difficult to be really authentic while using the teleprompter. That takes a little bit of practice. And I'm going to show you guys the voice activated teleprompter. So it's way, way easier than previous teleprompters where you're like trying to keep up with the letters. But even still, even with the voice powered teleprompter, you'll want a little bit of practice. So you have the moment to articulate and inflect and enunciate and do the things that you would do with regular communication, not like, hi, I'm reading from a thing like this. So I'll show that in a moment. Now, coming back full circle, value proposition for the people you want to work with, lead magnet for the people you want to work with. And I show with AI, we can make that in like 30 seconds, 2 minutes now. And by the way, if you guys need support, whether you're in the live right now or watching this recording after, if you need help mastering AI we have a daily training every single weekday live from experts that will help you build AI in your account, set up everything you need possibly to do with your business with AI every single weekday, 12:30 Pacific. You can join that live /TAI. I'll put the training. We're about to kick off in like 45 minutes from now. So if you're interested in that piece, come sign up. The link will be in the comments here as well. So anyways, continuing. Part number one, value proposition. Part number two, a lead magnet. And of course, if you don't have any Google reviews, RateMyAgent, website reviews, something like that, I absolutely always recommend having those here, right? Google reviews, RateMyAgent, Zillow reviews, whatever your best ones are. So reviews, mine says email support. You guys, this is where the lead magnet goes, right? The buyer's guide, the seller's guide. Once you generate those with AI, they're extremely easy to add to your videos. So I'll just take one of mine here, and this is how we'll add the buyer guide. There we go. There's my buyer guide. There's my seller guide. And so now when I go to share this video, almost done here via email or text or whatever, it's going to have those options beneath it, right? The ultimate buyer's guide, the ultimate seller's guide. And the idea with these guides is we used AI to provide some value about our value proposition, how our business works, what it looks like buying and selling in these neighborhoods, right? Whatever nuance we can provide them so that they feel like, wow, I learned something cool. Not only that, but we can actually collect information from here as well. So if you ever want to post to social media or DM or something like that, you don't have people's emails and phone numbers, this gives you the option to capture those. Because if they want to come get the ultimate neighborhood guide for buying and selling, they're just going to put in their email and phone number, and then you have a new lead in your CRM automatically. And also, if you're communicating with your existing sphere, you don't have to put the lead capture here, and they can just get it directly. Another one would be a home evaluation calculator. So anyways, this idea of this page, one video, one set of buttons, your lead magnet, your direct response, phone call, calendar if you want, and then these types of guides. Whatever if you're talking to buyers, you want the buyer's guide there. If you're talking to sellers, you want the seller's guide there. If you need help from our team, we build these landing pages for every single customer. We meet you one-on-one in Zoom, where we'll set the buttons up, we'll set the playlist up, we'll teach you how to record. We just can't record the videos for you. If you need help creating a buyer or seller's guide like this, we can help you with that, either in the daily trainings or even in a one-on-one. So, okay, anyways, almost done, full circle here. Part number one, value prop. Part number two, lead magnet. Part number three, your direct response to other things you want them to do, right? Call me, text me, schedule a time, my calendar if you're using that. So that's the other button here. Maybe your phone number is here as well, so they can call or text directly from this, regardless of how you're sharing it. Now, this other opportunity, I know I mentioned the one most important video, that's this one, but if you have other videos like testimonials, is 100% of like if you're doing a YouTube channel or social media, if you have other videos, great. Those never get wasted, and they're going to go right here in the playlist. And the way it works is right at the end of your most important video, it's going to roll into your other videos. We're going to show you where you can explain more about your experience or provide testimonials from happy buyers and sellers, investors, etc., or just any other education you have here. Or if you don't have videos yet, you don't need anything here right now. But I will say, let's use Dubb as soon as possible to capture a testimonial. Right? You can get a testimonial from a client. They don't have to download or sign up or click. They just have to send you one by replying to your video. And then you can put those right here in your playlist. And by the way, I do highly recommend video testimonials, guys. Across all of our tracking, these testimonials get a massive amount of plays. They get a lot of views. Even people that are ready to talk want to watch the testimonials. So it's a very powerful part of these experiences. And this most important video you're going to share. So the basics of what it should have, that value proposition, tailored to the person you want to speak to. Not meaning, hey, John, but, hey, I work with buyers. I've been working with buyers for 20 years in this neighborhood. I'm so great at working with buyers because I've dedicated this whole system that whatever it is, right? That's your reason for buyers. And then you have your buyer's guide, and et cetera. If you're working with buyers, sellers, and other groups, investors, recruiting, we'd have one of these pages, one of those videos, the most important video, again, depending on what your business is focused on. So that's the basics of it. To take it to the farthest, that's where we're going to have things like the testimonials here. We can have our AI chat assistant automatically capturing leads and providing information, booking appointments, et cetera. So this is kind of the final frontier of where it can go. But as a base, I'll say, guys, going all the way back to like 2017, 2018, early years of Dubb, real estate agents did nothing except for this type of very standard video email. And that's where so many of our success stories came from. Even today, that one use case, that one most important video. And here's how it works. So we talked about what goes in the video. I'm going to show you guys the teleprompter here to actually finally record it. And then I'm going to show you where we recycle this thing via email, via text, via social DMs, everywhere. So here it is. I promised a teleprompter first because this is a huge unlock. for anybody that's never done videos like extensively, the old school teleprompters really, and by the way, I got questions. I'm going to answer the rest here. So drop them in there. I'm going to take care of you. If there are reading from an old school teleprompter was like hard, right? You were trying to like perfectly match the speed and keep up with the eyes and super hard. This is way easier now. So right here, this is the Dubb mobile app. It's also available on the desktop app, but on the mobile, there's a little button right here for the teleprompter. And I'm going to search for my script because I have a bunch. There's my script. I'm going to select it. And then I'm going to make sure right here it's on auto track, not scroll, but track. And now when I go to record, it's going to listen to my voice and it's only going to move the teleprompter when it hears that I've spoken the words like this. Once upon a time, there was a man named John. John had just gotten married and was enjoying his new life with his beautiful wife, Emily. So you can see it doesn't matter if you're a fast speaker, a slow speaker, if you like to pause for dramatic effect or something, does not matter. That teleprompter makes it so much easier to use than any other teleprompter I've ever used before. All of our ads and social things where we're using AI to generate the scripts, they are recorded via this method. You'll notice a few things. The teleprompter is right up by the camera lens, so it doesn't look like you're reading. Don't do this, right? Don't make the teleprompter long. Keep it right here by the camera and use the voice activation. So that's how you can record it, even if you're not prepared to say it yourself, right? You can use AI and use the teleprompter. Just do a couple practice reps so that it feels natural for you and it doesn't look like you're doing like this, okay? Now, we have the video, and the thing we were just talking about before was the page that accompanies the video. If you need help building any of these, recording these, setting these up, we're here for you. Every day, one-on-one and more. Now, here it is. So let's pretend this was the video. Actually, no, that one's not a great example because it says John's name in it. I'm going to go take a generic one like this. Let's pretend this is the video that we just talked about where I said, hey, it's Darius, and I wanted to introduce myself and let you know more about my business, whatever, the one that we've been talking about this whole time. Where does this most important video get used? The first and foremost, I know the vast majority of realtors that I work with are doing a lot from their mobile. Like 10% do most from desktop, most use a lot of the mobile. So I'm going to start on mobile and I'll transition to desktop. It looks like this. So every single time you are trying to introduce yourself to a person via referral, lead, Zillow, it literally doesn't matter. If you've met this person only one time, like at an open house or in passing or something, if you've not been formally conversated and like you haven't had a deep conversation in person with them, that's where this video is used. Because everybody else, 98% of other realtors are, I don't want to say lazy, but they're going to do the minimum. So like they meet someone at open, they're going to like try to call, nobody answers. They send a little plain text, an email. Hey, thanks for coming by. So every single other realtor, mortgage lender, title, all of their communications are that very base minimum standard text piece. Yours is going to instantly elevate your communication, your customer service, your period, right? The way that you communicate with your clients is going to be instantly elevated from everybody else in this transaction. And they're going to say, wow, why don't my other service providers, my dentists, my doctors, nobody else does stuff like this for me? And it's a touch of communication that you will never receive a reply from via regular email. I can guarantee that. We've all sent a lot of emails. Nobody's ever responded to a regular plain text email or text and said, wow, that was so cool. Thank you so much for that. It's so great to meet you. I've never seen something like this before. You will never get that type of response from a plain text email. You'll get that, the best, thanks, we'll be in touch, whatever. But you will get that. You send 10, 20 of these videos to people and you will get a type of response that you've never received before because they've never received that type of message before. And it creates a type of communication, a type of relationship that you just do not get from plain text email. I don't know, unless you're like pen pal buddies and writing massive letters back and forth to each other, it's really difficult to replicate what we get in face-to-face without something like a video. So all that being said, that's the most important video you can record for your real estate business. And where you use it is literally everywhere that you would talk to a person for the first time. And I want to just show this, like even I'm in an iMessage. So here's iMessage, right? Instead of clicking, clacking, I'm going to click right there. Here's my Dubb. And then now there's my video that I can drop in. Of course, I got a couple here. Let me go find that one. And now it's ready to send, right? Via SMS. Same exact thing for email. I can drop it straight into an email, straight into a social media DM, basically anywhere you can communicate with a new lead, a prospect, a referral, an advertisement, generated, put that one in front of them. And I can guarantee you will get that type of response you've never received before. And the reason you're getting that type of response is because that's the type of impression it's having on them. They're saying, wow, that was really cool. because they just don't get that anywhere else. Email's boring for most people. And when they see a nice little video and meeting somebody, it's exciting and it's different. And that little bit is, I can tell you this, guys, too. There's like literally over 100 reviews out there that say the reason they chose me as their agent, they told me, is because we liked your video. I have that same quote like from 100 different people in 100 different places because it does have that type of impression. And if that's all it took, guys, is you to set this thing up one time and to just click send instead of the typing or the template text thing that was going out instead, I can promise you that will be worth its while, worth its weight in gold, right? The ROI is immeasurable. So give that a shot and record that most important video. And if you need help, come get help. Daily trainings, 10 a.m., AI trainings, 12:30 Pacific every single weekday. And then, of course, one-on-ones for every customer as needed. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. God bless. And we'll see you in the next video. All right.